All right, Jeff, you know what time it is. It's our famous pre-AEP, here's who's hot, Med-Sup wise. So you ready for this one?
I am, and I like to make sure we always point out that we're showing our top 5 in production.
Right.
So, you know what, this is the second year in a row. American Benefit Life, we call them ABL, one of the companies of the Liberty Life family, is #1 for us.
Sure are.
And having another fantastic year. And you know what, I think, I was just talking with some folks about the rates, and everybody gets hung up on rates, and we want to have great rates, and they do. And the first thing that jumps out on me is the rate increases. They've been out, what, 2 years?
Starting their third.
Starting their third year, they had a 3% rate increase on G and a 1% rate increase on N.
In most states, that's exactly right.
And going into the third year, that's impressive.
Pretty strong.
But the rates isn't what makes ABL the best. The best for an agent. The best, easiest underwriting. You and I grew up on field issue. When you know within 5 minutes of getting your stuff submitted, whether you got a deal or no deal, their underwriting and their process far outshines the rates. And I love great rates. We got to have them, and they have both.
Yep.
And so it's not a surprise to me why ABL is #1 for us for the second year in a row.
Yep, sure are.
So if you're not writing ABL, call our office and let us explain how the underwriting or the issuance works. And I think you'll be surprised, and I think you'll love it. Okay, John, if we jump to our second top performer, it's a company we've been around a long time,
right.
Mutual of Omaha. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Mutual of Omaha, what's going on?
Well, like you said, we've been with Mutual forever, and a lot of people have, and they just continue to perform and perform and perform. And this year to date, they're our #2 right now, and their rates, as we all know, it's rate driven. And a lot of our key states are just fantastic, and guys just keep coming back. You know, when the service is great and the rate is good, we've got good distribution in those states, a lot of momentum going. Mutual of Omaha is really knocking it out of the park for us here so far in 2023, and we look, there's not going to be any slowing down this second half going into the AEP. So,
and John, we've said it 100 times though, but when you have that Mutual of Omaha name,
right,
and then you have this history since 1966 of doing business, it's just easy to go into that home and with
you don't have to explain who they are.
No,
do you?
You don't.
No.
It's so nice, and they do such a great job.
They do
with administration and everything else.
Yeah.
Great partner.
Great people. Yeah, really enjoy them. So Mutual of Omaha, #2 right now. Okay, #3 for us right now, heading into the AEP season, Jeff, is ACE, Chubb Property and Casualty, and this was a new player for us last year. They just came into the market last summer, and my gosh, they have done a fantastic job. Of course, their rates are great. Their admin with our really good partners down at Clearwater Insurance Administrative Solutions, which I love working with those guys. We had a lot of great help when we need it there, and they've given a really strong production bonus, and they haven't taken it off the shelf. It's just they've went in with it and they've stayed with it, and we've had a lot of guys jump on that thing and really enjoy working with them. A++ rated carrier, $200 billion with a B in assets. They want to be in the Medicare space, and they're doing it, and their numbers are proving it to us. So gotta like ACE in that #3 spot, buddy.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jeff, our next one is one that we've cut our teeth on. Aetna, doing a super job. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, you know, the Aetna team, Aetna changed, I think, the landscape of Medicare.
They did.
Medicare Supplements, when they entered the marketplace, they did things that nobody else was doing. We've talked with the team, and I know they're innovative. I know they're looking at ways to also reshape some things that are going on in the industry. And I just think when you deal with the the Aetna team on the Medicare Supplement and the other policies that they have, you know, we get a good amount of ancillary from them as well. And
sure do.
I know this isn't about ancillary, but it's nice to have a carrier that not just sells Medicare Supplement, sells the other stuff, and then it's just so active in the industry. I mean, when we have a question about what's going on in Medicare, that team knows.
Yes, they do.
And they're fun to work with, and they're one of the big players in the industry of the Medicare Supplement. So
No doubt
I
about it.
have no problem saying we're doing a good job with that, and we want to do more.
Well, rounding out our list today is Medico, or officially Wellaby now. Still not used to that, but my gosh, what a great partnership it's been with those folks for years and years. Love the team there. They've really stayed competitive in the med sup space for the last 2 or 3 years, and then they too have all the goodies to go around at the ancillary products, really keeping things fresh. I know right now they just are kicking off this week. They're kicking off their new short-term care product, which is really strong, going to be in a lot of states. So really happy with those guys, and like I said, we enjoy working with them. If you don't have Wellaby/Medico, please make sure and get a hold of us, and we'll get you set up. But that's a carrier you've got to have in your back pocket.
You should, if you want to be a top player.
Yep.
So I think, John, when we do this every year as we go into AEP, it's always nice to mention our top 5 that we're getting the most business with. But there's so many other good players
Oh my gosh, yeah.
in our arsenal, or as AC down there in AIMC says, in your stable of companies.
Right.
And it's true. So I could go on and list the Humanas and the different ones that are out there. Call our office if you have any questions. We have them all. And I'm not saying that the ones that we've listed or talked about are a whole lot better than some of the others. That's just where the majority of our business is going. Our agents are finding that they like to write. But you know what? As the sun comes up tomorrow, who knows who's going to be hot? I just know we're in a great spot, and we want to keep representing all these carriers to the best of our ability.
We will.
And at the end of the day, it's what's best for that consumer. And that's what I love about our agents. I think the agents look for those carriers that just absolutely put the prospect first and fixes them up.
Can't go wrong if you do
No.
that. Never will. Well, that's it, guys. Have a great fall AEP. Hope you knock it out of the park. Anything we can do, give us a shout. Great selling, everybody.